Welcome back. Let's go. For the greater good. Oh joy. So yeah, I checked. This should be a pretty long one. Just heads up. And she's wearing. It's seen. You come to us straight from the archives of House for Tom. I trust your time there proved fruitful. With that ahead, Orion J and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins according to the Asgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Isart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House Fortum. Such knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said that Istar took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Well, I think that's what she did. Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Emmerich might take issue with her methods. Yeah, he probably would. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that a tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. What? Interesting. He's so small! You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected, Sir Emmerich. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Heloni that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took arms against the Dranians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is a renunciation of free will. That unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, no less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, a different era, and scripture tells us only so much. But that it told us more. Okay. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome treat at the negotiating table, to be sure. Less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Yappy does not truly believe that Isart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva is real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. No, sorry, I'm stumbling for some reason. The sole exception being good King Magomag XII, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mongols Guard. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia. They have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? Our survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the aetherite Isart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another aetherite somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of this second aetherite, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Isart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume that she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route. Most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let's not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlian may be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. Minfilia has a plan. She always seems to, which is weird. While Minfilia looks into our aetherite problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Karthus is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than me. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you in case you were not aware. Alright, so I just need to inspire the forces? Good, I knew you would understand. You, Hatse, can apprise you of the details. When the task is complete, come find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Temple Knights shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. And she's wearing Highland stuff. Because, you know, it's kind of cold for what she was wearing. Why didn't Alfino think of that? Probably because the Highland stuff wasn't in existence? I don't know. There you are, Sideru. Commander Lavieur instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the Third hail from Mulda, and for a man accustomed to the feel of his hands beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nearly a moment ago, I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Danafin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Hey, you're getting paid for this? Given the prices on the current market boards, you must be getting a fortune. No, can I just go up here for a second? You discovered a new location. It's not the location that hasn't been added to the map yet. What? So what am I missing? Where am I missing? Oh, wait. Oh, Nadalin. Right, okay. Never mind. So, yeah. I forgot what I was going to say, too. Huh. That was a long cutscene, so I guess it makes sense. Uh-oh. There's a brave over there. Those balls, my ankle is on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted it as I fell. The others went on ahead through Danafin Pass. Hurry, and you might catch up. If you're unsure where to go, look for tracks. The snow is fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find. And he's a conjurer, too. That's not good. They're down a healer. Ooh. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm also starting pretty late because they actually put out the preliminary notes for patch 3.2, and I was reading those, and there's a bunch of interesting changes that they're making. And by interesting, I mean, why are they making these and not what we wanted them to? Probably because it would have made things too easy. Excuse me, I gotta pass through here. That guy did not look friendly. Wait, am I going to the same spot I was before? I feel like I am. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Oh. Oh, no, there it is. Fresh prints. Uh-huh. Interacting. The tracks lead southeast. There's our guy. There's a guy. Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There was a great-scaled beast and Yu Hase, I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up, so we did too. Okay. Sounds like Yu Hase might be in trouble. Oh, nope, there it is. And there he is. A great-scaled beast. Groot has got that Lancer taken care of. Alright. Hey, Gerudo, get out of the way. Get out of the way! How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest, and lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be waiting. Be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? You can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I need only more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. You little bastard. Having me do the grunt work. And like I said before, this is gonna be a long one. So, be prepared. Because, again, I want to get this done. I want to get all these patches done, because we're getting close. Suspicious Kerthin. Speaks for itself. I'm through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those bluecoats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Hi! What's up, guys? Well, stay with him, then, if you think you'll fare any better. No, there's no need for that. Ah, gotcha. There are places like this in my homeland. Sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Huh. Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep. No, I have done no wrong. None but meetings secret with heretics. Deny it all you will. We shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Gotcha. Fancy meeting you here, Sidergu. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither. Yeah. What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. It came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. A beggar's belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Eugeria and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alfino is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for this spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills. Skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. I am not going to make that reference. If you will allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. This is a most generous offer, Lady Eugeria, and one which I gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far, and shall always be watching. A comforting thought. Come, Sidergu, let us wait outside for Captain Ilbert to return and deliver his report. She's always watching. Oh, should I go this way? Probably. I wonder. Nope. Oh. Yep. Hey. There we go. Haha. Over the wall. Yeah. And there's Alfino. Captain Ilbert seemed confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. Yeah, we do. Hopefully we'll get this done fast. And there's Ilbert. Hi, Ilbert. Captain Ilbert, your report, if you will. Hi, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us not that we did not already know of Shiva. We've since handed him over to the Asgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Okay. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You will recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him we were able to trace the trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement, needless to say that included those originating from House Fortam. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved, at least. But what if the Ivy? Are we any closer to prying off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider, then, that our investigation is known barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Rabon's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames establishment? It is the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into his position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Of the three grand companies, Uldaz was ever the more vulnerable to infiltration. Both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania have long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal one's mind, under the same leadership. Only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Uldaz's military was made up of disparate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Rabon faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known. Even after he convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost, there remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. Good deal easier than now, aye. The Immortal Flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, it was not out of charity that they did so, but of simple self-preservation. Had Neil Van Darnus' ambitions been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would never have risked supplying Rabon with an army. 'Tis but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Emmerich informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' abettors. Hopefully, the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Time for what? Yes, I am aware. Time to leave? Time for what? An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. Uh-oh. As Commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I'd have you accompany me, Sidurgu. As the realm's stoutest champion, 'tis only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, the antecedent has already given her consent, lest you worry. I don't need her consent! I can do things myself. I'm a grown-ass man. Like me, you are doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart, but until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Ophelia and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me at Nofika's altar, and we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together. Okay, I'm noticing a problem right now. And no, it's not anything to do with the story. It's just that Rabon is an Alamegan refugee. He founded the Immortal Flames to help protect Ul'dah, but at the same time, they're also helping the refugees. Why didn't he just take... He... All those people there have some kind of fighting ability. Knowledge, whatever you want to call it. Martial prowess, they're referring to it here. Which I guess makes sense. So... Sorry. This chair makes a lot of noise. Anyway, so why didn't Raban just recruit some refugees? Especially the ones he knew very well. Conjurer Guild. That would have avoided. That could have avoided a bunch of issues, especially this one we're trying to deal with right now. It doesn't make sense. It's confusing. And thanks for coming, Sudogu. When you're ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us to the lotus stand. As usual. The Alliance leaders await you at the lotus stand. Will you be joining them now? Yes. Why wouldn't I be? So going by what we had, how fast we're progressing, should be done within a week. Well,
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
I meant like done with 2.0, like 2.5 going right into Heaven's Word.
The rumors are true then? The War of Succession is ended?
Dun dun dun!
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
Like you even know who it would be.
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Dude!
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
That's some armor, though.
Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
I'd just like to point out that they're showing us the throne room of the Garlean Empire, and yet we can't go there whatsoever. Whoa, that's a face.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Oh no.
Since the success of Operation Archon, The remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Oh, did he?
Plainly, the new Emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Mm-hmm. So what does that mean for us?
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by.
Good point.
But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming.
Oh yeah, because we got the Ivy.
So long as the Ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
I wonder if I could sit in those chairs. Well, while I'm here, I guess I could probably, I don't know, take a look. If I'm not back in Gridania. I am. Darn. Oh well. It will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are near to being of one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of a resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all the understandings they like, but their unity means little unless to the common folk. Take the Laminsons, for example. Though Admiral Merwib outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for broad-swelling, wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are marked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Uldans scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society, Teleji Adeleji, for example. But that is besides the point. The fact is that people are wary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict at Cartano is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the Observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deemed the most likely candidate has lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Stergu. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Ilbert near the Adder's Nest. He will give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Karthus, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. So now we're hunting the Ivy again. Something that was briefly mentioned at the beginning of this patch, but now we're going full into it. We're going deep. We's going deep. And I checked, we are getting very close to fighting Shiva. Eris Morn? Isn't that a character from Destiny? Thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Okay. Why is that? Come on! Ugh. There we go. So who's the Ivy? Sorry. Listen well. The spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Eileen Royal, Rabon's second in command. Prior to joining the Immortal Flames, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with the polearm had to be seen to be believed. Of Ishgardian birth, she is the highest-ranking foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Rabon chose people based on their worth, whence they hailed was of no interest. The Monitors saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. And 'twas no secret that they did not favor foreigners, Ishgardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the Alliance. Yet the Monitors did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when Ryle was appointed to her post. Strange passing, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy had some hold over the Monitors? Ugh. Possibly. But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Ryle's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Rabon attended to the Council of Alliance leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. So why is she here? A woman has no business being in Gridania, yet here she is nonetheless, on some pretense. She's up to something, mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the Flames records for evidence of Royal's guilt. But if we catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks, every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely upon your eyes, Scion? Yeah, sure. You have my thanks. Let us go then, and take care not to alert our quarry. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of skipped these cutscenes when I first did this, so I really have no idea what the story was. Well, I knew she was the spy, but I wasn't exactly sure who she was. Didn't exactly... I knew she was the spy, I just wasn't, like, sure how they came upon that knowledge. Where is he now? Oh, I swear, this lag. Oh, pff. Sure, now you show up. Thanks for nothing. Ryle is headed in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate. With me, Scion. The Blue Badger Gate. Okay, let's go. Great, we're getting into laggy territory. Not good. Oh, she's in the Adventurers Guild? Oh no. So, Ryle has entered the Carling Canopy. Meeting someone perchance? Or could it be she means to board an airship? Pray look for her within. If she is not on the upper floor, try the landing area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she may have seen something. Euphemia is her... Euphemia is her name? I shall remain here in case Royal reappears. So... yeah, no, she's not up here. There she is. Sturgu Janek, such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? A social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger, and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Okay. So she's not there. Is she around back? No. Okay. Nowhere to be seen, you say? And you are sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Why in the seven hells could she have gone? The roost! How could I forget? Rogler strike me down for a fool. I will search the premises. While I do that, I need you to speak with the men I posted at the 3 main gates and the pier. Find out whether there has been any suspicious activity, and then meet me at the Aetherite Plaza. There are 3 gates? White Wolf, Blue Badger, oh, right. Yellow Serpent, I think. Not really. Don't really remember. That's Blue Badger Gate. Nothing to report at this gate, sir. No one resembling the suspect has been seen here, sir. Yep, Blue Badger. I think I might be coming down with something. I don't know. I'm all stuffy. Or I feel like I'm... I sound like I'm sick, but I'm not entirely sure. What the heck? The things you see in this game. Mostly because of the players. Oh, man. Yeah, White Wolf. Okay. No, sir, the suspect didn't come this way. Given how little traffic passes through this gate, I would have noticed if she tried to slip by. So now we head towards the Yellow Serpent, I guess. That's what the gate is called. I don't remember. Oh. Guy standing right there. Okay. The suspect? Haven't seen her. Best check with one of the others. Okay, thanks for that. Yep, Yellow Serpent. Alright. Now I gotta run all the way to the docks. Not that I mind. And there's no event going on. How sad. Oh wait, what am I doing? I could just use the Ethernet. Lancers Guild. Why didn't I think of that before? I don't know. I don't know. And now we go this way. Oh. Pfft. Guy was standing right there. Ran right by him. No, sir. A few elves and women did leave on the last ferry, but none of them matched the suspect's description. Okay. So she didn't leave the city. Well, she didn't leave Gridania. It's not exactly a city. Well, I guess it's a city in fantasy aspect. It's more of like a big town. Well, have there been any sightings? None whatsoever. Damn it all. I turned the roofs upside down, but Ryle was nowhere to be found. The innkeeper told me she had availed herself of a room, but no one saw her leave. She has donned some manner of disguise. Of that there can be no doubt. But as to where she has gone... Huh? Greetings, good sir. Might I interest you in some Montoy tonic? Cup a day imbues a man with great vigor, if you take my meaning. Perhaps another time, friend. Wait, that necklace. You're a shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Gridania by way of Westshore Pier. She was attired as a merchant, but these eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows. Thanks to 12 for the Domans. Were it not for their unique talents, Ryle would have disappeared without a trace. Ninjas. Gotta thank the ninjas. Who, by the way, were introduced as an actual job in this patch when it came out. So, you can bet there were a lot of people working on leveling up and getting ninja. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Scion. I suggest we follow Ryle's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at Sweet Bloom Pier. But yeah, ninjas. Back in the day, there were actually a lot more ninjas around. I suppose there still are some ninjas. There's a lot of ninjas, actually. Because everybody loves ninja. He keeps saying ninja. But that was like the new job of... as of patch 2.4. And as of yet, we have no idea what the new jobs are going to be in the 3.x series. Though one can only assume that they're going to be introduced in patch 3.4 like this one, like they did with Ninja. Maybe even sooner. I mean, Heaven's Word came out in June. It takes them about a year to actually develop a job. Who knows? This way, my friends. Oh, hey, you're Geary. Your quarry makes for the Hawthorne hut. Very good. We must make haste. A moment, Captain. There is another matter which requires your attention, and most urgently, I fear. What is it? A short while ago, an Imperial squadron was observed departing from Castor Morians. They march at speed for the South Shroud. So they have decided to take action. Indeed, they seek to destroy the jamming device. Jamming device? An explanation is in order. You may be aware that the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our indigenous friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications. We have installed them around the city-states. In doing so, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Of course, we did not expect the Garleans to remain silent. If they wished to communicate, they would find a way, be it via covert correspondence or secret meetings. Needless to say, we hoped they would risk the latter, and Trial has not disappointed us. As a well-known face in the Immortal Flames, she cannot move about Thanalan without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. It is for this reason, I believe, that she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. The Elves are a common sight here, and her comings and goings are not like to turn any heads. However, were the jamming device to be rendered inoperative, Trial would no longer need to meet her masters in person, and their planned rendezvous would almost certainly be called off. And we cannot have that. It would deprive us of the opportunity to secure damning evidence against her, which is the very least we need if we're to convict someone of her standing. All rests upon the continued operation of the jamming device. It must needs be protected. If you could attend to this task, my shinobi and I will continue to observe Ryle. Very well. Zion, I would have you intercept the Garleans while my men have moved to cut off their retreat. None must escape. Several of my countrymen have already taken up positions in the South Shroud. Seek out the shinobi at Quarry Mill, and he will apprise you of the situation. Okay. So, instead of being here, we have to go to Quarry Mill? Good thing we have. Although, I don't know if I've attuned to all the Aetherites in the Black Shroud. I think I have. Not entirely sure. Yeah. Oh, and I gotta get to work on. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud again. So, oh, come on, we have to find the shinobi now. I have a feeling he might be up here. Let's take a look around. If anything, we can have a bird's eye view of the entire settlement, so we can just take a look. See if we can't find him anywhere. Oh, there he is. Is that the same shinobi who told us about... We meet again, my friend. Yep, I have no Montoid tonic to offer this time, I'm afraid. As I believe you know, Imperial forces are in the South Shroud on a mission to destroy the jamming device. We must see to it that they do not succeed. Which is why I'm here. So the Crystal Braves will cut off their retreat. Very well. My countrymen and I shall attend to the soldiers. Their infernal machines we leave in your capable hands. At present, the Garleans are in the vicinity of Amdapor Keep. Let us head there at once. Which is a dungeon I have yet to do. I haven't done any of the optional dungeons except for... Oh, crap. The Sunken Temple of Karn. Except that's kind of required now for dungeon purposes. Oh, hello. Oh, come on! Oh. Okay. Oh, more stunning. Come on. That's annoying. You're annoying. You're annoying. Okay. Wait, that's all we had to kill? Just those guys? Alright. Oh, okay. Ninja. Ninja. That was the most impressive showing, my friend. As you can see, we too have not been idle. The Ivy will receive no warning of our coming. Good. Excellent. Great job. Now that the jamming device is no longer at risk, you may safely return to your hunt. Pray rejoin Lady Ugiri. She awaits you at the Hawthorne Hut. I shall remain here and have a few words with this sorry lot. Nothing serious, I can assure you. Just a spot of small talk. Sure. I mean, you guys are probably still sore over the whole raising of Doma thing, so I'm just gonna let you do what you want to do. Not gonna judge you. Though if anybody else winds up dead, I'm gonna have to question somebody. Sorry, I don't know why. I don't know what that was about. Is she actually at the Hawthorne Hut? Oh, she's right outside the boundaries of it. Okay. Good for her. There she is. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm still tasting dinner from last night. I'm given to understand the mission was a success. Yep. Not a single Imperial soldier made it to our position. Thorough work as always, Scion. By way of reward, we can now turn our attention to Ryle once more. What news, Lady Ugiri? My people report that she has departed for the Bramble Patch. So she means to go ahead with the meeting. Excellent. It is time to close the net around her. My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. Now, I don't exactly remember how this quest goes about, but I do remember that we capture her. Because I kind of went back and watched this cutscene. For unknown reasons, I don't know why. Oh, hello. There's Ugiri. Oh wait, is this just a cutscene one? I feel like it's a cutscene one. Just beyond, Ryle is in conversation with an individual clad in a manner of an adventurer. An Imperial intermediary, no doubt. This is it, with me. Okay. Lead the way. I can see the Aetheryte. Yeah, they don't put us into a battle, it's just cutscene. Hello. What do we have here? What have we here? Flame Marshal Lean Royal, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You were followed, you bloody fool? Yep. Hello. Damnation. Don't even. Yeah, you're surrounded by ninjas, lady. You're gonna have to go quietly. You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle, but if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What's the meaning of this, Captain? Why would you arrest me for strolling in the Twelveswood? When last I looked, there was no crime, and neither was conversing with passing strangers. You'd feign ignorance then. Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now, come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. Gotcha! I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. Sure. Well, that takes care of that. Though it seemed a little too easy, and she gave herself up, like, it was no problem. Like, she gave herself up. That's the big issue. Even a warrior of Ryle's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. Untenable? With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now, Sadirgu? I should probably go back and check on the rest of the Scions to see what progress they've made with... Yeah. So the Scions seek a way into Isard's sanctum. Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. I fear not. My countrymen and I shall attend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of the shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe, so please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. I wonder what she says to a ninja. Because that's like... I wonder if someone actually like took the time to go back and to like hold off on doing all those quests and then just level up as a ninja. Well, I do have a character who's going to be a ninja for that, so I'm gonna have to go back and check what she says. Of course, I can also use the internet because that's the other thing that's like easily available to us. So now all we need to do is fight Shiva and do the wrap-up quests. Not bad. Not bad. Sorry, I'm like... I don't know. I don't even know what that noise was, sorry. My mouth's doing weird things today. Into the Rising Stones. So everybody's hard at work trying to figure out how to get into Iceheart's sanctum. And all Ida is doing is a squat contest with Hoary Boulder? Really? Welcome back, Sadirgu. I understand that Alfredo had a task for you. May I ask what it was? That'll be nothing. We just, captured the Ivy and everything. Charges of treason and espionage against Aline Royal. I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avails us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. I must speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Yay! Let's go do that then. As you may recall, Iceheart used to use the Aetherite in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west. Most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystals she stole from the House Fortum caravan. The heretics believe they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint. But if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall. But first we must surmount the obstacle that Isar has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Aethernet and thereby follow our quarry. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the aetherite to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second aetherite upon arrival, a reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Urian J, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution. Which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise. A colleague of ours who is currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlian. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I am certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. Leave the rising stones, yes. Come on, let's go. There we are. Wow, this place is quiet at night. Wonder where everybody is. And I wonder where that spot is I'm supposed to wait at. Come on. It's still loading? I feel like it's still loading. Oh. Stupid wall, get out of the way. Oh, there it is. Pardon me. Any time, any day now. Oh, there's the carriage. And I believe we have voiced cutscenes now.
Minfilia, am I right?
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urian J.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Charlian scholar, and an authority on aetherite technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Oh!
Charmed, I'm sure.
Nice to meet you. Such a short cutscene, and yet... Guess they wanted to introduce the character in a spectacular fashion. Especially one who's going to have some importance in this. Let us return to the Rising Stones at once. We have much to discuss. Okay. Oh, we had to wait for Moonbreeder to... Okay. I was wondering why we were just standing there awkwardly. And now we know why. And everybody's still doing what they were doing before. Including Ida, who's still in that squatting contest. Cutscene. Oh, sorry.
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
Sister.
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Except she's a Rogadin.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
If only everybody in Sharlayan shared that enthusiasm.
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits, and nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Oh boy. What? Whoa!
Oriange, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Behind a book.
Unhand me.
Okay.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Whoa.
Go on. Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it then? Your missing aetherite?
Nope.
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate a second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that.
Oh, really?
Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the aetherite.
Yeah, that would be me.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, Aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an Aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Okay.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white aura sight at their disposal.
Aha!
I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the Aetherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Except me.
Though it risk the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Yeah, it's not like anybody else's life is at stake here. Because, you know, that's not a thing. The instruments of our deliverance. This is Shiva. I have already informed Alfino of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Moonbrita described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet with you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done on our behalf, Sudergu, and that I have faith you will return to us, as you always have. I hope so too, because this is going to be a pretty short something. Pretty short quest if I'm not. If I don't survive this thing. Because, yeah, this is still just a working theory. Alright. Nope, that's the wrong way. We want to go this way. But yeah, that Moonbrita is a character, isn't she? And apparently there's something going on between her and Ariane J. Which is to say, I think they probably want... one of them probably wants to get it in. Probably. Or have already done so. And also, her and Ida are twins? What? What? No. Just no. They're giving me a lot of food, I've noticed. Boy, is it quiet. Sorry. But yeah, it's certainly quiet here around here. Whoa, that's a big crock. Civic. Isn't it supposed to be Sobek? Huh. Well, there's Alfino and Mumbrita. Good to see you, Sudergu. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Hilbert sends his regards, by the way. He attends the interrogation of Eileen Royal as will die even as we speak. I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. You can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetheryte. After you, Scion. Uh-huh. Good thing this place is still secure. Mm-hmm. Let's do this. Wonder how much ether that thing can... Never mind. There, it's ready. Really? They don't voice this on? Oh. Ah. Ha, it worked, I think. Try tuning to the ether right now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. Okay. Here goes nothing. Yeah, I guess it worked. We've done all we can, Sudergu. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop by Sart before she summons Shiva. All this time they were preparing for a ritual? Boy. Guess we shouldn't have dilly-dallied. But now we can go fight Shiva. Because, you know, it is going to be a fight. Hang on, let me just switch first. We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual, and if she succeeds, you will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice, and so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Moonbreeda's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Emmerich. L. Well, give me a second. I'm trying to get myself ready here. Sir Emmerich regrets that he could not be here in person and asks that I read to you this letter. Ham. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need, it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Siduriu Janek, the warrior of light, savior of Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service for greater cause. May Halone bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. Ah, that was nice of him. Alright. I'm gonna be level synced anyway. Why did I do that? Akafa Amphitheater. So yeah, we're facing Shiva. Yay. Are we gonna have fun? Probably. Are we gonna die? Most likely. Are we gonna beat up a giant ice lady? Well, she's not giant. I don't think. Well, she's no bigger than somebody else. So, I don't know. Who knows? Anyway. Now we play the waiting game, so enjoy this silence and just, you know, be at one with your own thoughts. Seriously, I thought I would have something to talk about, but I guess I was wrong. Probably because I don't want to spoil anything about Shiva just yet. It's kind of peaceful, I guess. Boy, this is taking a while. Oh, it's only been 3 minutes. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, come on already. I think this is the longest I've ever had to wait on healer. Yeah, it's been it's been 6 minutes and nobody's queued up. Oh, that's not good. Let's do that. Join party in progress. Let's see if that helps. Wow, do people not like fighting Shiva or something? This is gonna take forever, isn't it? Of course, it's probably not gonna make this any easier for me. Ah, great. Just great. Can we go, please? This is surprising. This is very surprising that next to nobody is queuing up for this trial. You think they would, too. And of course we get sunrise. Come on, people, let's go. Wonder how long this video's taken. Oh, an hour and a half. Ah, great. Alright. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's not like I have other things to do. Probably should have done. I don't know. Come on already. No, we got both healers. This is gonna take forever, isn't it? Great. Awesome. Wonderful. So wonderful. Can somebody just... Can people start joining up, please? Of course, the problem with this one is there's no rewards from it, so people don't really like to join up. Which makes completing this all that harder. Especially when you don't have people helping you. Which would be nice. I mean, it would be very nice. But, you know, can't always get what you want. And there's a warrior. Hey, how are you doing, buddy? Did you have fun in there? Were you doing Snowcloak? No? I don't know. Probably, hopefully. Oh, now we're back to just me. Great. Awesome. And of course, nobody else is. Why is it that I'm having... Why is it that it's Shiva? And I have a feeling the rest of... Oh, man. Oh, crap. There's gonna be a trial in 2.5 that's gonna not have anybody join up either. Awesome. Great. Just great. Oh, man. It should not be taking me 10 minutes to get into this stupid thing. Do we have the same skin color? Yeah, we do. That's awkward. There. Wait, we also have the same tail. But not the same face, I don't think. Nope. Different face. And different horns. Actually, horns are... The horns come with the face, which is weird. Kind of wish those were... an option. Oh, man. I can't believe it's taking this long. I probably would have been done with this by now. But no. Nobody else is friggin' doing this battle. Hmm. Hmm. Wow, this is taking a while. Am I surprised? Yeah, a little. Was this to be expected greatly? So has anybody else joined yet? No, of course not. Ugh. How? How is this the one that I'm getting problems with? And I'm a healer too. You think other people would be joining up? Less than 5 minutes, my ass. Okay, I was thinking of like just editing this now, but you know what? You guys can suffer with me. Just gonna throw that out there. Oh, there we go. So about that suffering thing, never mind. Oh, and this, okay, there we go. Phew. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just getting frustrated and with all the waiting, and I don't know what. I'm sorry, please, no, don't be mad. Mm. Oh man, yay. What's up, bitch?
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace.
Really?
A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down.
Sure it is.
We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Wait a minute, what is she doing? Whoa. And that, children, is called incarnate summoning. Kinda did that in 13 too. Final Fantasy 13 too. Alright. Time to get her in the face, I guess? And this is actually pretty short, too. Gee, do we have enough monks? Whoa! Didn't even notice that. Oh. No, whoa. Idiot, why would you just stand there? But yeah, this fight has probably the best music. Ow. Okay, aren't we supposed to be killing these guys? Like, now? Okay, there they go. They're speeding up. Haha. Really? And frozen. There we go. Sword mode. Yeah. Try not to talk so much so I can listen to the song. Don't know why. Yeah, she is dead. Dungeon Siege 2? Really? Into the Dungeons 3. Uh-huh. And she's dead and I am alone. Well, why? Because I was... Do they get first time clear bonus? Excuse me. Sorry. Come on. Come on. There we go. How are you still alive? And she's blue now.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool.
Me?
You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause.
Doesn't seem like it.
You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers.
Do I?
And they are no less ignorant than you. Following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us.
Then stop.
We who walk before may lead those who walk after.
Whoa.
Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded. Do not squander a mother's gift.
And she's gone. Well.
And so the vessel withdraws. A predictable outcome.
Wait, shouldn't that bubble be for when he speaks in their weird language?
Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
And why do they always wear masks? I don't get them. Oh. Alright. There we go. At the 12, you're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Because I was sitting there bored for half an hour? Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Dervanians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. I have. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No? Fair enough. I was only asking. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the Rising Stones, eh? We'll get everyone to meet us there. Ah, but before that, you'd best pay a visit to Whitebrim Front and speak with Alfino. He's been worried sick about you. That or he's busy playing politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. Okay. Probably still going on the whole head trauma thing. But yeah, Shiva's got, like, one of my favorite boss tracks in this game. Probably my top favorite. Well, her second phase, anyway. Well, the first phase is actually just an orchestral version of it, I guess. And it's already been over 2 hours, hasn't it? Yeah, it has. Sheesh. I apologize for these being so long. But, you know. Like I said before, I want to finish this. There he is, and none the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for us all when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Well, she turned into Shiva, so there was that. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration. And one for which we have Sudirgu to thank. Yes, you are right, of course, Sir Emmerich. We should be content with what we have accomplished. Yep. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillmont, is the caravan ready? The supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport, in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House Fortem caravan? Unless the crystals which comprised the bulk of the shipment, yes. Scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Oh, on an unrelated note, Sudirgu, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? 'Tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he heard of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Aww. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. The poor guy. Probably should have dropped in for a for a visit. I can't talk. No, I'm unable to speak. How unfortunate. Whoa. Never mind. Saw a guy with some really funky colors. Alright, I'm here. You can calm down. What were you thinking, Sidoryu? Wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Sart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to compel her ritual to summon Shiva anyway? And then, engaging the abomination in mortal combat? By the Fury, Sidoryu, 'tis the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I did not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Emmerich wished to have words with you and Master Alfino in private. He waits us in the intercessory. Okay. Is this another cutscene heavy one? I suppose so. Greetings, sir. I shall show you in at once. Okay. More voice acting?
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task.
Speak up.
From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
My god, this voice actor sounds so bored.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Nautalon.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment.
But
Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We, too, have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-Zoma could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
Aha.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Calm down.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am now. Why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service.
Okay.
Excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind?
Certainly.
Oh.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Ah.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
Maybe? Don't exactly remember that little exchange. But we're not done just yet. Even though that's what it may seem like. I honestly wish it was, because this took forever. And I do apologize. I think this might be the last one, though. Oh wait, no, there's still one more. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reappraisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes the primals are an insufferable menace. Their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then, if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Siderio, it is better we continue this conversation in Mordona. Yeah, a place where you're much warmer. I don't know why I'm still all tired and such. But man, this has gone over 2 hours. Sheesh. And no thanks to that stupid wait time. Ugh. That was the longest I've ever had to wait for a trial on this playthrough. Well, maybe. Well. Except for Ifrit, maybe. Because back then I didn't have a healer unlocked. It happens. Can't really say much for it. So I do need to wrap this up pretty quick and get this out there. Can you move faster, please? Thank you.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it.
Yeah.
Excellent. I shall summon the others at once. Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
As certain as we can be that good King Mogulmog XII was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think. Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well-founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Who knows? Oh yeah, there's still more. I mean to scour the annals for knowledge of Midgard's armor. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few... Did you hear that? The commotion outside. Would you see if aught is amiss? Uh-oh. Something's going down. Uh-oh. Okay, what's going on? Sidurgu, 'tis well that you are on hand. We have a problem. Freyla has escaped. Oh. It happened shortly after the immortal flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. It is plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Cryo quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloody spear in her hand. She makes for Castrum Meridianum, I am certain of it. With her fate in Neorzia as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilbert and the First are hot upon Ryle's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Bluefog and join the hunt. Alright. Camp Bluefog? Wouldn't it be easier to head her off at the cerulean processing plant? I mean, we do have Ethernet access there. As does she, I think. We've got another fight on our hands anyway. But it's not a trial. Thanks for coming, Scion. I have spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Royal was walked through the camp not a bell ago. I actually walked right through it. Did you not mishear? We have Raban's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her, and so here we are. Royal must not be allowed to reach Castrum Meridianum. So we gotta head her off. Joy on joys. So we head up this way? Probably could have just teleported there. My bad. Oh, hey! Hi there. Ah, and Garuda's gonna start attacking. Oh. Should have teleported. Darn it. Yeah. There's Ilbert, and we're in a position to fight. So let's do this. Grr, rawr. Stuff. And there's the noise of something spawning. This wretch was with Ryle. He threw himself at us with that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own, the goddamn harpy. With me, Scion. We almost have her. They have swords, and I have a book. Yeah, and she's decked out in Flame Elite gear. Except for the glasses. Holy. Where do I even begin? Right here, I suppose. Let's take out that Centurion. You say his golden eye? What? Oh, Death Claws. Jesus. I don't even see the healers. Oh, the qualifier. Oh boy. Oh, crud. We're supposed to take out the Death Claws. Oh, thank God. Bowman's to the rescue. Oh, what? Are we seriously not done? Oh, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. No, not. Oh. Oh! We fail if Vilbert dies? Come on! That's bullshit. Won't fail this time. We've already seen this. Alright, Dolmens are here. Whoa! Good. Basically keep everybody alive. Ugh, that was jarring. And we got her. Bind her, and not too tight. And do it tight. Oh, sorry. Yes, sir. We got it. We got you now. Good work, man. She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you have fallen so low. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it your God's given right to rule over others. You know not of our plight. The injustice that we low-born guardians must endure. And to the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to do to survive. Stealing, killing, even whoring myself. Holy moly. It is no fault of mine if fools imagine me a paragon when I joined the flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you were the only person who ever to have suffered. In case you have forgotten, Raban himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth, with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand we had been dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different? It is true that we were both mercenaries of lowly birth. It is true that we both had our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, it is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise that hand against a friend. But enough talk. You will return to Ul'dah to face justice, and the people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. Ha. Sorry, I'm just remembering something that happens later. But we are close to being done, and I can promise that. So sorry it took this long. Not so much as a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that this sordid business is finally at an end. A friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Raban chose his. And there's a cutscene now? What? Oh.
I've heard. Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Roban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the Blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace.
Uh-oh.
Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Telegi's plotting something. And we's having none of that. This is the last one. Captain Ilbert and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Raban, and that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. My thanks. But I have one last task for you. Return to the Rising Stones and appraise Benfili of all that has happened. I am aware that the antecedent held Ryle in high regard. For better or worse, she will want to know how this tale ends. Pardon me. Oh! I think we're actually done now. Sorry, I'm stretching. It's been a while. Okay. I'm alright, I'm fine. Just, things happening a lot. I really expected this to be done sooner. I'm really very sorry for taking all this time. I swear, as soon as I hit 3.0, things are gonna go back to 30-minute episodes. Which maybe next week, so... Well, hopefully it'll be next week, but we've also got 3.2 to contend with. Oh boy. Yeah. And there's Minfilia.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alfino. To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say. Together with Robon, Eileen lent us much-needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled.
Yay, more cutscenes.
My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
Oh?
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light. A weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy.
Are you using the Echo to know this? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't tell you all the details.
Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had 2 pieces of white auracite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Eh.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
It would seem more research is in order.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the aura site. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sure.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Heh. That backfired.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland.
Oh?
You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least.
A giant hole where the island used to be?
According to the report, the isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Okay, not the same kind of hole I was talking about.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement, but I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
And I do believe this is the end of 2.4. Yeah, it is. Alright. Knew this was going to be a long one, but I didn't think how long it was going to take. Still.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also...
Oh, crap.
But this
Sorry.
higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the Meteor Project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamet from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerged to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the Calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Varys Osgalvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
7 hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or Monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
No.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
Yeah. Are we done? These cutscenes are taking forever.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monetarist scum. Your crimes will not go unpunished. Today I will purge this land of your sickness before the eyes of the 12. I swear it.
Someone needs a Snickers.
I shall have no further need of you this day, Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cardinal Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs.
Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped. But as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Uldah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the monetarists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the Immortal Flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Rauban to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Dun dun dun.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Rauban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
Yeah, it's so sad. We don't really get... Oh, alright. So, not gonna say any more. Just stuff and things and all the general stuff that I would normally say, but bye!